What is up, all you crazy, crazy people? I'm actually the crazy person here, not you guys. Definitely me. I can confirm, super duper crazy with all this awesome stuff that I am building over here. Oh my lord, it is amazing. It looks amazing. I absolutely love it. Thank you guys so much for the love and support on the build. I know. One of those things. Hopefully the volume's a little bit better. I know the last two were a little bit quiet. I'm going to try my best to kind of tweak it nice and slowly up a little bit because I don't want to be too loud either that you're like scaring away people, right? So, you know, just let me know down in the comments if it's a little bit better, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, let's jump right into it. I've done some work. I've prepared a little bit of the garden. The garden, indeed. So as you can see over here, I've built this beautiful section. And, you know, one of the crazy things that I tend to do, and I think a lot of you guys like that I do this, is I'm trying to incorporate some of the land and the way it was originally spawned into the build. So as you can see, like this tree, it's, you know, these trees are in the way. These trees are in the way, but I'm going to use them as, you know, focal points or a part of the build instead of, you know, just getting rid of them, okay? Now, there's different avenues for both, but yeah, that's one of the things I'm thinking of. One other quick note, oh my lord, water. Oh, boy. Chisel and Bits water is a pain in the butt to get. You know, you basically have to fill this thing with a bucket, right-click on it a whole bunch of times till it's empty, then fill it again with a water bucket, click on it again a whole bunch of times. Without an automated process to do this at this point in time, it's very, very frustrating. But I have been slowly but surely coming through and filling in some water here and there on the build. The other thing, too, is we are going to need it for this garden section. And let me show you how crazy I really am. Because, yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, so I started building a farm, and I decided to look up, I think is it called Epic? No, it's not. What's it called again? Oh, no. Anyways, I decided to look up the full foods. Where are they? Nope. Meat Feast. Top tier. Yeah, that's what you type in. Top tier is the thing that you want to type in here. So these are the top tier foods, and I would recommend working towards a top tier food. Now, these are complex foods to build. Definitely. So the Meat Feast pizza is the one that I decided to choose for my playthrough. As you can see, they're all kind of sort of similar. You know, you get the 12 hunger bars and 30... you know, a certain amount of saturation, but 29 I felt was good enough. And pizza, how can you go wrong, right? But anyways, I started to look through the recipe a little bit. Cooked chicken, okay, we'll have to get some chicken farms up and running. Cooked steak, we'll have to get some steak farms up and running. The pork sausage, again, guess what? We got to get pork up and running, so we need all of the meats up and running, which we haven't done. Salt is easily crafted, so that's not a concern. And then we need some sort of a spice of some sorts, and as you can see, we can use spice leaf. So for this pork sausage, for example, here you go. I have the spice leaf right here, and it's growing via worm, right? And it's just a little 3x3. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to need bigger than this or not, okay? But for right now, we got a little 3x3. We can always add another one. I'm not against that by any means. And there's a few other ideas that I've kind of come up with in my head that we can do as well. But there you go. You got the spice leaf, right? So that handles our pork sausage outside of the farm. The pepperoni, same thing. We're going to need pork. So we're going to need a decent pork farm. We're going to need some more of that spice leaf. You just saw it there, I think. And bell peppers. Okay, bell peppers, not a problem. Guess what? Let's go. Bell pepper, right there, another 3x3. So that's what, two resources and 3 animal farms so far to get this thing done, right? Now to the pizza. So one way is to use pepperoni again. So we can use that same pepperoni or just literally raw pork. Perfect. That's super easy. We need a very large pig farm, is what I'm getting at here. Cheese is very straightforward. Soy milk or milk. So we're going to need a way to harvest milk or get something like soy milk. So I'm going to need to find some soybeans. I have not found any yet, and I can't remember which thing they drop out of, but none of the things that I've found so far. It's probably one of the easier ways. We could look at some sort of a milking, but the animal rancher is not cheap in the slightest, and we are nowhere close to that. We barely even have power, right? So, anyways, tomatoes, we planted those, and dough is just wheat flour. As you can see, just standard old wheat flour converting wheat. So guess what? We have tomatoes, we have wheat. So really, pizza ultimately only requires 4 items to be farmed, and then 3 animal farms. You're going to need the chicken, the steak, the moo-moos, and the pigs. So overall, I think it's pretty easy to do. I don't think it's too bad. But, you know, in my crazy fashion, no, why would I do this simply? No. I instead have to do something ridiculous. And I'm going to say ridiculous because it is exactly that. It is ridiculous. I think my wife is texting me. Oh no, it's yeah. Anyways, okay. Let's go over here and let's get our chisel and bits stuff, okay? So I'm going to need the water. And let me show you why here in just a second. We got that. We got the chisel on us. Okay. Good. So I made these cool things, and I think they're really awesome. But my thought process is I'm going to have water coming from up above. Okay, that's this spout here. All of this is chisel and bits. Okay, all of this. You can't do it any other way. I need to kind of clean this up a little bit. I want to make it look like it's flowing more, kind of like here. But these are flowing down into a little downspout and then dispersing into the swamp. Okay, which I think is pretty darn cool. And we're going to have it on all sides, and it's going to look awesome because it does look awesome already. And if anybody says otherwise, they're wrong. But anyways, I have these little downspouts. Now, obviously, you can't go through them or anything like that, but we need the water to propel itself into the ocean or into the swamp here, right? Nope, that is the wrong thing. Connected material. There we go. And yeah, we just need to have this little downspout. So this is one of those like completionist things that most people probably would forget about or not do, but not this guy because I'm crazy. Undo. There we go. Okay, so that is currently not really going into that water, is it? No, it's not. We got to chisel and bit the entire thing, don't we? I digress. All right. So, yeah, we got to chisel and bit this entire thing, and we're out of water again. Oh, man. Literally, this is going to probably kill me. But if anybody has any ideas at the current stage that I'm at, not including power, AE, you know, this translocators, any of that type of stuff to pull these bits out auto-magically, that would be brilliant because, oh boy, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to get this thing going. So, now, I mean, I can move the bit tank around a little bit and do a little bit better there. I wish you could combine bit tanks. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. But combine them so that they can hold more than one bucket so that you can put like maybe 16 buckets in there at a time and then just hold down the old right click or left click or right click or whatever, you know? So, but we'll kind of play that by ear, I guess. Okay, connected material, yes. Is that right? Did it work? Yeah, okay, so now that's at least flowing in there, right? That's flowing in, okay? So we'll fill up the 2 sides here too and try to make it, I don't like how it doesn't look right, but it's kind of one of the things that we have to deal with. The only other option here is to literally go in and and do some other material like a concrete or something to these pillars, because yeah, there's just no other way to kind of get this to look right. But anyways, that's my thought process. So we're going to have this water coming down through the spouts, and it's going to be coming out from above. I think it's pretty darn awesome. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So let's keep on trucking with it, and we got to get back up. It's a pain to get back up here. Nope. Nailed it. Nailed it. That's the other benefit of keeping those around. So yeah, so I'm chiseling bitting pretty much all of this water. It's taking a long time, but I think the end result is going to be worth it. Now, I've left it here. The reason being is I don't know how it's going to connect to the roof. I don't even know what our roof's going to look like. Are we going to go like sunroom? You know, maybe we have some glass up there, right? You do have a garden. It should be kind of glass. But I'm thinking on this side over here, we're going to have cows and animals. So I think that's a good strategy there. One other quick note about the meals. These you can always eat. As you can see, it's always edible. So you don't have the whole spice of life, you can only eat this 5 times type thing before it, you know, isn't worthwhile. So you can pretty much always eat it. It'll be a one and done food. Once you get there, you're good to go. So we need to do that. We also need some cooking with blockheads. Indeed. And guess what we're going to do today? We're going to look at some cooking with blockheads. Oh, yeah. Now, there is quests for this in the pack. They're off to the sides here. I'm the cook right there. So as you can see, a cooking table, you know, a kitchen counter, an oven, a fridge, and a sink are what's required. And one of each. So nothing too crazy. But once you look into this, we need a oven, for example. Okay, that's going to require some black stained glass, a furnace, kitchen counter, right? We're going to need a few things here to get this up and operational. A fridge, iron doors, etc. So it is going to take a few resources to get this thing going. So I'm going to start cooking up some iron. We still don't have any doubling or anything like that, so we'll leave it there. Decent amount of cherry. I've expanded on my chest a little bit because it's needed. It is needed. Anyways, do we have... We have glass. Let's put our thing away. We have glass. We have ink. So we need black dye. So we need black stained glass for some of this. So this will be our oven. So for this, we're going to need some iron, and we're going to need a furnace of sorts. There we go. 8. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Like that, and like that. Excellent. Let's grab out this iron and these 4 so that we have the right amount here. And there we go. We have the oven. Excellent. One thing done. One thing done. For this guy here, we're going to need a chest with an iron door. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm correct in this, but we need 2 of these stacking. Right? So we're going to need 2 chests. Okay, and then the iron door, which is going to require a little bit more iron. I'm okay using up some of these resources at this point in time. I'm not going to get too nitpicky on some of that stuff. Just not right now. I don't have time for that. So, just one of those things. We'll put away that tomato. One more iron, and that should get us the door at least. So, bloop, there we go. Excellent. See, boom, boom. That gives you 3, of course, so we can do this, and we can get our 2 fridges and have a wonderful spare iron door, because why would you not want a spare iron door, right? Okay, good. We will need a sink. That's some more iron and some terracotta, which we need some clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I think that's correct. 5 of those. Bingo. And we'll cook those guys up here. Good. And that'll be that. We got a bucket. We can get water. That part I know. That part I know. We're good on that part. And we need some iron. So it was iron on the top, iron bucket, and then the terracotta up here that's cooking away. Get a little bit more iron. We need this cooking table, and that requires this cooking for blockheads 2. Which requires cooking for blockheads 1, 2 diamonds, and 2 crafting tables. So for this, we need to cook a book. We need to cook a book. All right. I don't think I have any leather at this point in time, do I? So we're going to have to do this one. 2 blank patterns with 3 paper for our book. Yeah, because I don't think I have any leather. Yeah, I don't think I've gone around murdering or slaughtering any cows as of late, so, or at all at this point. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. We do have the 3 paper and the blank patterns. No, we are out. Okay, that's fine. We will make some. You know what? Let's make 7 of them. We'll just get that going because we're going to need them anyways for some of the advanced tinker stuff down the road, right? Okay, there we go. We got our sink, a fantastic block. If you've never used that block, I highly recommend it. And we probably will at some point here pretty soon. Okay, we got that. Good. We can cook that. Excellent. This thing's just working away. Working away. Working like a boss. Like a boss. All right, good. Okay, there's number 1. Now we need the 2 diamonds. Now, what can we use this guy for? Cooking Blockheads, no filter edition, and just the 2nd book. Okay. So nothing really all that important or different. That's fair. All right, let's get a little bit of you and 2 of you. Oh, yeah, we are flying through this. And such a good mod. Such a good mod. Okay, so we need some stone and some more of that terracotta. See, I knew I should have just made more, right? We'll just cook up 8, because I'm sure we will use it in no time flat. And it looks like we are out of stone as well. So let's just do this. Boom, boom. And let's just cook up a quick little 16 here anyways. And get some of that going. So I think we're done with the iron for now. I don't believe... I mean, we could do a toaster. I don't think it's required, though. I don't think we really need the tool rack. Maybe we do need the tool rack? I can never remember. Oh, yeah, we need the kitchen counter as well. So we need more terracotta than what I'm even cooking, don't we? Indeed. Okay, let's get more of that going. I only had 3 spare, so we'll need that as well. Okay, good. So that guy there, and stone... for 3, there we go, cooking table. It does use up the block itself. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, so I think we're just missing the kitchen counter at this point. Yes, we are. So let's get that procedure going. So we got the stone cooking. We're going to need another chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, just 3. That'll give us the 8 to get a chest. Excellent. And that guy there, along with this guy here, like so. We'll put away the stone and some terracotta, like so. All right, kitchen counter. Sweet. All right, we've done the entire cooking setup. Very nice. We get some kitchen floor and loot chest. How sweet it is. What did we get? You know what? I am actually okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. The dark oak, I am very happy with because we need it for our build. The kitchen floor, not so much. Probably not going to be utilizing that in our current setup. So, anyways, we got our kitchen ready to go. I think I have some cherry wood and everything. This might take a little bit of manipulation to pull off. So, my main thought process is we might enable the kitchen here right beside this initial craft, this initial farm, and across from what'll be our animals, right? So right along here, this is kind of a walkway. It's going to connect up, right? So I want to make this kind of sort of a walkway, all right? Or at least have the concept of even a single path like we have here going all the way across. All right. Now, we need to raise this all up. None of these are going to be able to be built on the half slab, right? But we don't want it to look silly. So the first things first that I'm noticing is we're going to need this to be uniform, first of all, right? we can't have this be unbalanced in its current shape, right? So we're going to need to have these stairs along the side, either way, right? Like this and like that, okay? And then I don't think I'm going to do pillars here. I think I'm just going to do half slabs like this to complete the walkway, okay? Now we need to work off of what we have to develop our kitchen. And we have a tree in it. Oh boy. Oh boy. This tree might have to go, but we'll see. I'd rather work with it. I had that whole little spiel at the beginning, and now I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work. We can maybe make it work, though. Kind of a natural kitchen. It might work. I haven't thought this part through yet. I've not thought this part through on how we're going to make this work. How do I want to do it? Obviously, we're going to need more cherry. So let's go grab some more cherry while I contemplate my conundrum of sorts. And wait. Okay, so we need to raise up the kitchen. And we need to make it look beautiful. What else could go wrong? All right. Anyways, let's get some of that going, and let's see what I can do. So I think what I'll do is I'll ponder this a little bit further and start building and placing a few things, and then I'll bring you guys back during the process. Alright, so I decided to bring you guys back in at this point. So I kind of just made stairs and decided to just go with kind of an open feel in the middle. Now, we're going to have some support, something that we'll have to enable here. And I'm kind of thinking at this level right here will support this thing. Okay, so like this block and that block will be gone, which will kind of change things up a little bit and make things a little bit more unique than the rest of the build, which is going to be kind of cool as well. I feel like I've also incorporated the tree somewhat adequately. I did a little bit of chisel and bits, nothing too crazy, but I decided to build the deck around the tree, right? And that's basically what you would do in normal life if you had a tree coming up through, because it wouldn't match up 100%, right? It would be pretty tough. Trees are going to be rigid and whatnot and kind of over-encompassing. But I feel like this is pretty good. This vine here, I think I might have to get rid of this guy completely, just because it would impact our fridge and the entire setup that we see here. So what we can do now is we can start to move over some of our stuff. As you can see, the kitchen counter. I'm thinking we need one more kitchen counter at the end here, just to kind of even it out on the whole playing field. But overall, I feel like we're in a pretty decent place for our kitchen. It's not the most luxurious by any means, and maybe we can spice it up a little bit with some enhancements down the road. But for right now, I'm pretty actually happy with the kitchen. I think that it will do the job quite nicely for our requirements. Okay, and it's nice and close to our farm and everything as well, which is great. That's the main thing that I wanted. The only other thing that we need to get over here is our animals. Now, we're going to need 3 animals, and I probably also wouldn't mind getting a sheep farm. So we need to kind of segment this out to have 4 different animals throughout this entire section. And we have to incorporate at least 1 walkway, maybe even a second, because it looks like I do have another one coming through here. I haven't designed that portion yet. And then another one going out this way, but that's our middle walkway. So you want to always consider your walkways and all that kind of stuff as you're building as well, and where you're going to go from here. There's a ton of cows around, so getting cows up here is not going to be too complicated, but it's still not going to be fun because we're on water, and nothing is ever fun on water. Simple as that. Okay, so I'll have to get more stairs to complete this. I might push this back. I'm just looking at it now, and I'm going, that's not lining up the way I like it. So this whole kitchen, actually, I'm going to be pushing back even further. Because on this one here, we have the stairs running on the inside and a 1 wide walkway. So over here we should have the same setup, right? It should be even. It should go matchy-matchy. So the staircase should go there, right? 1, 2, 3. Kind of like so. All right? So I might do this, and then I think what we'll do is we'll push back the kitchen altogether, which means I didn't need to break that vine, but we could always just replace it as well. But it's nothing too detrimental to the overall success of the build. So we'll see how that goes. We'll be adding lots of little details as we proceed throughout the build anyways, but those will be our pillars. Okay. Yeah, that feels about right. That feels about right. And then through here, we're going to have our same slab walkway that we had in the other setup over yonder. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's remove the fridge and the oven and the sink and and all this stuff and replace them all down over here. So there's our fridge, oven, sink. I know, because everybody puts their sink right next to their oven, right? And then the kitchen counter. Very nice. Beautiful little setup. So as you can see, there are some recipes here just by having, you know, the sink and everything. If I get rid of these cherries, these are items that you can craft automatically. They have the little thing there, right? So we can craft something like salt. Okay, now we don't have the pot. We're missing the tool of the pot. So we need to get some of the tools from Pam's. And I think this is an excellent time to get those tools to kind of bolster our repertoire. And we might need the tool rack in this process as well. All right, and then what I want to do is I want to be able to save and, you know, create these food items forever and ever, right? So we're going to need a cutting board, which is brick and a stick and a plank. Okay, that's easy. We're going to need a pot, which is more bricks. Okay. Skillet, more bricks. So that's 7 so far. 8 for the saucepan, plus another 8. That's 16. Nothing crazy there. Nothing crazy there. And nothing crazy there. So we're going to need 16 clay overall. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get this cooked up into bricks. And we should probably divvy up that workload a little bit. There we go. We are going to need this as well. And we're going to need to get ourselves some sticks. Yes, indeed. Sticks. All right. Good. Good, good. Awesome. Okay, so there's a few things that we can make right now. And one of them is the mixing bowl. And one of them is the mortar and pestle. Both excellent items to make. The other thing that we can make is the juicer. One of those items that I probably should have made a long time ago to make life easier, but I didn't. So we'll leave it at that. That gets us that item. So now we can make cherry juice and all that jazz. Now we can start to get ourselves things like this guy. Okay, there's our saucepan and our cutting board. Okay, cutting board, saucepan. Awesome. We are crushing it. I love it. Let's get ourselves the pot. Come on. Hurry up, bricks. Hurry it up. There we go. There we go. Okay, there's our pot. And what else did we need? I think it was the bakeware, right? Is that the only thing we're missing? Bakeware? Am I missing something else? I might be. I might be missing something else, but we can make that as we go. But all of these tools are going to allow us to craft in the Cooking with Blockheads kitchen. And like I said, now that I'm thinking about it, I might want to get the tool rack as well to store these items so that I don't have to. I'm definitely missing something, right? Let's see. Cutting board, pot, got. Skillet. We are missing the skillet. That's what we're missing. There we go. And the skillet. Okay, so that's all of that. Now let's get ourselves the tool rack from Cooking with Blockheads, which is slabs with iron nuggets. Ugh. Now we gotta make nuggets. Shucks. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna make 2 of these. I think that's a good idea. So let's make 1, 2 tool racks. That way we have a little bit extra just in case, right? It might come into play here. So sadly, tool racks kind of require a wall to be put on for the most part. But I think for right now, we're just going to kind of dangle them above here. Can we do that? No? Of course not. Why would we? Why would we be able to? Why would we? Okay, let's just do this and this. We'll just put up a little faux wall like that, and then I think we can remove them. Yeah, okay, excellent. All right, so all of our tools, or some of our tools anyways. Oh, it can only hold 2? Well, that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. Oh, we can put some in here, right? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, man. All the things I just put up there, right? All these. I need all these things. These all go in the oven. And, of course, you can't shift-click them in. Why not? Why not? All right. Anyways, those are our cookware items. And then we have our mixing bowl. We have our cutting board. We have our mortar and pestle. And our juicer on the tool rack. Awesome. So what this should allow us to do is if we had something that we could cook on us or stored, we would be able to cook things, okay? But we don't have anything in our fridge or in our kitchen counters to make anything whatsoever. So let's come over here and harvest our crops and then add these to our repertoire. One of the other cool things, and again, you guys are going to be like, Kryllyk, mate, you crazy. Don't burn out. Do not burn yourself out on this crazy, crazy build, all right? You guys will probably say it. I know some of my very, very loyal subscribers and stuff like that will say exactly that because they think I'm crazy, and that's fine because I am. Anyways, let's head on over here. Obviously, all of your fruits and vegetables and whatnot need to go in the fridge. That's a no-brainer. And as you can see, we have a lot more options. We can make ketchup. We can make cooking oil. We can make an edible root. How beautiful. We can make flour with our mortar and pestle, which is one of the required things. We can now actually make salt, right? Okay? You know, we can make a whole bunch of salt. Salt, well, it can go in our kitchen counter, right? So now we have salt, which means that we can make even more things. There we go. Let's make our flour. Put our flour in the cupboard. Now we can make different things again, okay? So we can make dough, right? Dough is flour and salt. Click, craft up 9 of those. All right, now from that dough, what can we make? We can make noodles. Well, not really relevant for what we need at this point in time. We can make bread, right? Dough and bakeware, we make some bread, right? But we can definitely do some things here. Oh, wow, seeds, you can make cooking oil. See, there you go. Lots of little details here overall of things that you can make once you get into the cooking with Blockheads. So I want to get all of our resources from over yonder and bring them over to the kitchen now. And that way we can get rid of this chest and kind of have a nice little setup. I hope you guys like it so far. It's not the best kitchen in the world, but I think we can make it better as we proceed onwards. That's my thought process anyways. Sugarcane we will need. Beets, boom, boom, boom. We'll need all of that. Our one mushroom is a little concerning, not going to lie. We'll take the rice and the seeds and all of this stuff. We don't need any of the actual seeds themselves, just the end products that they produce if we have them. I'm going to leave the chestnuts in there and the gooseberry because I want to eventually make stuff out of that. Those are all seeds, all seeds. Everything else in here is seeds are not required, right? So all of this, though, can go over to our setup. Okay, we got that. Oh, our puffer fish, our raw rabbit, our fish, our pork. I got a tomato in here, apparently. All of this stuff can end up in our fridges and kitchens so that we can proceed onwards. We will need sugarcane in a couple of spots. Is there any food in here outside of the... I guess we can load up on cherries as well. Kind of throw them in there. I didn't see apples. Did I utilize all my apples? Potentially. Potentially I did. So, just one of those things. But yeah, so nice little kitchen. I'm very happy with it. I hope you guys don't mind it. I think it looks pretty cool. Rice doesn't go in the fridge. Potatoes go in the fridge, though. Honestly, it doesn't matter. You just stick stuff where you stick stuff. But yeah, so you kind of throw things in, and it just works as a storage. That's all it does. And then from there, you can make things because of it. You know, cherry juice. You know, now we can make applesauce. We can make a baked potato. We can make cooked pork chop. So we can start doing all the cooking stuff. We can literally make raw fish, apparently, out of a raw fish. Look at us go, right? Stuffed pepper is a thing. And it's actually a decent little meal for starting out with. Sausage. We can actually make a sausage, okay? Not the sausage we need, but we can make a sausage. So lots of cool things. Also sinks. Very, very useful. Highly recommend some sinkage going on there. Now, I think for the most part, though, we want to make pizza, right? And I want the big pizza. I want the good pizza. I want the meat feast pizza. Now, we need to make a pizza first. So I think this should be our first goal. We have dough, we have the bakeware, we have tomatoes, and we have some raw pork. Okay, great. So all we need from here is the cheese. And for that, I need soy milk, fresh milk, some sort of way of getting milk. Now, we could look at finding some almonds. That is definitely a thing, and that would require an almond tree, because we could juice some almonds. We could look at just going and filling buckets of milk, right? That's a thing. You can press it with almonds as well, okay? And how else can we do this? So we can go with soy milk, which is pressing of silken tofu. Silken tofu is, of course, pressing a soybean. So it kind of looks like we're either restricted to go over to our cows and milk them at this stage of the game, which isn't that bad of a process. And I believe that there is a... Is there a milk jar? Provides milk to recipes. Is that a that's a thing, right? Why wouldn't we make that? That might solve the problem right there. Okay, let's make a milk jar. I forgot all about the milk jar. Let's do it. We need that, and we need a bucket of milk. We have all that. Let's go get a bucket of milk, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go milk a cow. It is time to go milk a cow. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. That thing is chugging and doing amazing. I love it. Our Steve's Carts farm is awesome. I think that this pack, you could really have a lot of fun with some Steve's Carts. Not going to lie. I think you could do like a mining Steve's Cart. I think you could do a farming Steve's Cart. A tree farm Steve's Cart. I think that could be pretty advantageous overall, actually. So, you know, maybe somebody out there will do it. If you've done it, fire it over. Let me know. I'd like to see it. I would love to see it. All right, good and good. Milk jar. Sweet. Now, do we need to fill this milk jar, or does it just automatically provide milk because we had the milk in the bucket? I'm assuming it provides it. It's been a while since I've used this thing. Obviously, we should have put that on the kitchen counter, but we'll just put it right on the cooktop. Milk stored. That's not good enough. Cow in a jar. Milk in a jar. Anvil on cow provides milk to recipes. So I mean, this is definitely an option though, right? Oh, it used up our bucket. Well, rip that bucket. Anyways, yeah. So I'll just use that for now, and then maybe we'll compress a cow into a jar. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure we're way past wrapping up point. I'll probably make a lunchbox here at some point as well. And we do need to progress a little bit in the crafts as well. We've barely made any progression on the quest, but I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are enjoying the build, enjoying the videos. You know, Krylyk's back, baby. Just leave it at that, right? What could possibly go wrong? No, but I'm having fun, and that's the main thing. If you're having fun, everything else will come into place. Anyways, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Appreciate the comments. Join the Discord. Lots of good conversation. We have an entire video section on the Discord to discuss the videos. So head on over there, throw it up, discuss the videos, you know, get things done. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Anyways, that is it for me. Have a good one. Bye-bye, everybody.